Everybody in town is talking about this, and I will say this before we start this piece. There's a lot of fanboys smooching on the back of the behinds of James Gunn. Let me tell you something. I'm just going to put this out. I wish we would have put a graphic. Simp, simp, simp.
Can I tell you
This looked
something?
like crap when it was coming across.
This is probably the world's greatest dumpster fire to ever exist. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and he sent me the trailer, and I was like, "Yeah, it's trash." And he said, "You've lost your spark then." And I was like, "That's cool. I'll go find it somewhere else." This was like the memes that are coming out for this film, by the way, are just pointing out the truth. Rad, I know you sent over one where it had the budgets for each Superman costume. And then it had like
I made that.
Oh, did you make that? Oh, okay,
I made the Six Flags costume. I made the Amazon cosplay costume.
It's such garbage. And then also like I don't know. I'm just not sure about that dog, and I don't know what the film is about. Okay, I don't know what the trailer was for. So all it did was show everyone. See, told you we should have used Henry Cavill. That's all it did.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of hate online where people are saying, "Oh, well, if you don't like this," and I know there's people that's going to be on the Snyderverse. Look, if you're gonna just run with your same Suicide Squad, if you looked at that Creatures Commandos that's on Max right now, and they reference every 100% the actual Snyder universe because that Suicide Squad, the second one, was still in that universe, and then he says he's keeping Peacemaker, but yet he's going to change out the Justice League. You could have kept in 100%. You could have kept Cavill and everything. And then I just saw Darth Moocher's thing and Gun We Trust and everything. You keep doing that, brother.
Yeah, you keep doing that. Pull the trigger on this one.
Because he's already made a Superman movie before, and that was crap. So, in other words, if you want to know what the film's about, it says, and very vague and everything, Superman's journey as his alien heritage to human family is explored. Okay, that's the plot of every Superman movie. So, we're going to see, but I will say this very rarely in fandom. There's a lot of simping from a lot of the fanboy groups, and that wasn't the sentiment that happened for Snyder or anybody else and everything. James Gunn has always done one good thing, make a mockery of anything else that was actually good. And the reason why they gave him Guardians of the Galaxy, they could not trust him on anything else. And let's be honest, there's 7 people that had the job that was offered to them as the head of DC Studios, and all 7 turned it down. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been on job interviews before. If they told me I'm the 8th person that they brought in and all the 7 didn't take the job, what does that sound like to you? You weren't really qualified. They didn't get 7 of the best. And James Wan was on top of that list of the Conjuring universe, just to go tell you something. So if you got faith in Zack Snyder, you say your prayers right now because that's not going to happen. So we're going to roll on.
Well, no, we got to talk more about Superman.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
We got to talk about Superman.
Go ahead.
Because I think I know we were trading text message. I don't think the trailer was as bad as you all feel, and everyone's entitled their own opinion. Was it perfect? And no, but there were some highlights there. The suit is terrible. I just think it's not like you look at Cavill's suit like that. Superman in the suit means a lot, as does Batman. You look at that and it's just iconic. And I don't know, here, just my take and a lot of the internet's take, it's off. But I do like seeing Crypto. I do see some of the elements. James Gunn's made some good stuff. I think it's probably more of just hope that this kicks it off, right? Like I think a lot of people, DC fans, Supes fans, this could be good. There's some good actors in this. maybe there's an opportunity with the trailer cuts. I love seeing Crypto though. That was cool. I know some of you are like, I think Chet was like F that dog, but like I thought that was a cool scene.
Well, I
maybe
don't
because
regard the
my
scene,
dog
man.
looks like Crypto. That could be the case. But I look, I think ultimately it's $365 million budget, high expectations, probably will not live up to it. But I don't think the trailer was as bad as people think. I think there's just a lot of, because of the that he said in the past and being a bit arrogant, of course people are going to come in with fists blazing, and I get that. And so he has to deliver and over deliver, and I don't know, it's very early, if you're going to be able to do that, right? It's different if it was unknown, but I think everyone's expecting this to be Guardians caliber. Man, here it is. This is the future of the DC universe in the red cape. And so right now the trailer was okay. It was okay.
I think he gets 3 films in this run. I think he gets 3 major films in this run. I think his take on superheroes is completely off. I think it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy because they were a D-list in the Marvel universe, and they did not give him the Avengers. They did not give him Captain America. They did not give him characters. And then when he jumps over, DC was in the toilet, and they said, "Well, why don't you do Suicide?" Look, David Aker's first movie wasn't great. That second movie was way off, and it just completely, to the point, ruined it. If you're watching Creature Commandos, which I have watched, it's more the same thing. He's a one-trick pony. He's always been a one-trick pony. And when you look at the subtle changes in Crypto, it's like the dog's been the same since the 1940s. And all of a sudden there's like, Frasier's dog sitting there. And I'm like, what version, the Titans TV show got the dog right? If you want to see Crypto done right, they did it on the Titans TV show. And it was a very good representation of the real dog. He makes subtle changes. He's got Superman rolling around where he's got like, this kind of like emu kind of blown out hair. There's a lot of things that James Gunn incorporates, and I'm surprised that his brother's not in this, his cousin. I know his wife is and everything else, but it's just one of those aspects where I think that people are like, they're clapping up and down, but this guy, so far, he's had a whole year to run DC Comics. What changes has he done other than, I guess, Jim Lee's going to draw 6 issues of Batman? Like, this is the kind of thing that we're getting. You animate yourself into the Creature Commando show, because it's written by James Gunn, but you had to specifically animate yourself into the show. It's these kind of nuances that I'm like, and I will say this again, the guy's just a one-trick pony. And this film, $360 million, and people were scoffing at Zack Snyder's budgets.
Well,
good
that's what I'm
luck to
saying.
him.
You have to over deliver. One thing that I did read, because I know it's a little vague here of like what this is about, is I think that it's supposed to be based off the premise of like Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman run. So there's some good stuff in there if they follow that. I don't know if the trailer spoke to that or not, but I guess there were some elements that led me to believe that. Like, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but read that run. If they follow that, it could be interesting. But I know, Dr. Brantley, you had some thoughts.
So I actually liked James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I thought it was way better than the first movie because it was fun. There was a lot of good stuff. They cleaned up a lot of stuff that was messy in the first one. But, it is a very particular take. Now, this was probably one of the most anticipated and important trailers to be released of the entire year because this is DC's entire future for the next 4 years or so, depending on how this goes. And I have to say, I was kind of unimpressed. It's, this should be epic. You got to show all the big shots of your movie. You've got to show, all these things, get people excited. And to me, it looked like a TV show, a very well done TV show, like maybe for Max or something, but it looked like a TV show. It didn't have that feature film quality, and it said it was shot for IMAX. And I just didn't see any of that. It's a lot of close-up shots and medium shots. It doesn't have that grand scale to it that a Superman movie should have.
Well,
I'm gonna say this much. I have a weird perspective of this because I don't like Superman. And this peaked absolutely nothing. I didn't find the trailer, I didn't find it good or bad. I just found it uninteresting. It didn't draw me in other than somebody pulling off a bowl cut and a fade at the same time, which is impressive. everything else about it just felt meh. I don't care. I don't enjoy Superman. This doesn't make me interested in a Superman property. I haven't been interested in a Superman property since Christopher Reeves.
Yeah. Well, I think there's people that do it right, and I'm just look again 360 million, and right now they've already started to roll out for this. At the time that it's probably going to hit the screen, it's probably going to be $500 million with the budget and everything else they have, with advertising.
Advertising is going to be crazy on this because
Yeah.
they need people to see it.
Like this one, if it does not hit week 1, this is going to be a major disaster. And I think that DC rolled out a little too much on this, and its takes on the other characters. So we'll have to see. But this is a point of contention. I know between fandom, people that love it, people that hate it. It seems to be no in between. It's either you like it or you don't. So Superman is Superman.